The crowd's excitement is building!
Didn't you know? Pokémon Stadium is a 1998 action RPG fighting game released on the Nintendo 64. It is a spin-off of the Pokémon series and the first ever Pokémon game on a home console. Pokémon Stadium, unlike Pokémon Red and Blue, actually has multiple different gameplay modes for the player to experience. While there is a story mode where the player can challenge the 8 Kanto gym leaders and the Elite Four and Champion, there are also free battles, various circuits for the player to fight through, 9 different multiplayer minigames, and even a beta version of what would later become Pokémon Snap. One of the biggest complaints from fans regarding Red and Blue was the necessity of trading between games to get all 150 Pokémon in one game. This was addressed in Pokémon Stadium by series creator Reggie Fils-Aimé, who himself struggled as a kid to complete the Pokédex in his copy of Pokémon Red. He explained in a 1998 Reddit AMA following the game's release his reasoning for making Pokémon Stadium so drastically different from Red and Blue. "I've always had difficulty catching Pokémon in Red and Blue, and I wanted to make a game that catered to my skill level. As a casual gamer, trust me when I say it's more than a little frustrating trying to beat Lieutenant Surge with only my level 15 Bulbasaur. Anyway, I figured that having all 149 Pokémon available from the beginning would make the game a lot easier, because you'd only have to unlock Mew and Mewtwo. Unfortunately, I still haven't been able to reach either. I'm beginning to think their inclusion may be a myth." When later asked why every Pokémon had such a garbage moveset in Stadium, Reggie simply gave a look of confusion, saying that those were the moves that he gave his Pokémon in Red and Blue. One of the most notable additions to Pokémon Stadium is the Minigame mode. This mode is known in-game as the Kids Club, and is considered by fans to be the single greatest part of Pokémon Stadium. But didn't you know that the Kids Club was actually made to be played by children? While it may seem
Far-fetched
now, Pokémon Stadium was released back in 1998 during a time when most fans of Pokémon were reportedly actually children. As a result, the minigames were made very simplistic in design, often requiring minimal coordination and tech skill, except for the minigame Snore War, which was made by Satan himself! The minigame Run Rattata Run was actually inspired by a different game entirely. Its concept was based on Stadium events for the NES, which also was the inspiration for Pokémon Stadium's title. In Stadium events, the player runs the 100-meter dash as well as a 110-meter hurdle. Run Rattata Run combines these elements, though over a shorter distance due to the short legs of Rattatas in-game. Pokémon Stadium, among many other game modes, included a mode known in-game as the Game Boy Tower. This tower is very important in gaming history, however, as it was Nintendo's first ever attempt at emulating games. In the Game Boy Tower, the trainer can connect their Pokémon Red, Blue, or Yellow cartridges and play them on the N64 using a transfer pack. This was inspired by the popular Game Boy emulator Visual Boy Advance. An Easter egg referencing this development history can be seen in-game in the form of the Doduo and Dodrio Game Boy Towers, which allows the player to play at 2 and 3 times the speed respectively, similar to the speed-up feature in the Visual Boy Advance emulator. The Game Boy Tower would later go on to inspire the creation of other console-based emulators, most notoriously Nintendo, a homebrew application on the Nintendo Wii. Despite popular belief, the minigame Clefairy Says isn't based on Simon Says. It was actually inspired by events from Reggie Fils-Aimé's formative years. He explained in a 2015 therapy session that the minigame was based on a mentor he had while working for Nintendo. "I was always hesitant about bringing it up, but I know now is the time for the truth. When I started working for Nintendo, I was always excited about making children happy, creating games that kids and adults alike could enjoy. My first year there, I was only 8 years old. That was when I released Pokémon Red and Blue. But my boss was never content. He would hit me with a large hammer whenever I typed any code incorrectly. It never hurt, the hammer was hollow and rubber, but it was honestly still quite traumatic. I'll never understand what's wrong with Nintendo's founder. Cawthon's always seemed off to me." When asked for a response regarding Reggie's comments, Nintendo creator Scott Cawthon simply smiled, saying he couldn't thank Reggie enough for helping him in the creation of Paper Mario. Didn't you also know that according to the Sonic Adventure DX manga, Big the Cat is actually the single strongest character in the entire Sonic universe? If you want to know more trivia on Sonic and other obscure video game series, look out for the Didn't You Know video games episode on Sonic Adventure DX. And don't forget to look out for new episodes of Didn't You Know video games. Hey guys, so I want to say I really enjoyed doing Pokemon Stadium. I actually have a lot of memories with Stadium myself. I actually played it a lot with my brother when I was a kid. When I was like 8 or 4 years old, we would play it all the time at my grandma's house. I actually love the mini games. Rock Harden, Clefairy Says, and Sushi Go Round were what I played a lot as a kid. I would actually play with easy CPUs when my brother wasn't there to play with me, and I'd also spend a lot of time in taking photographs in the gallery mode, because they had like these, I thought they were super cool animations at the time, all the Pokemon in the gallery mode. Definitely better than Sword and Shield animations. And I actually basically never played the battle modes unless my brother was there. And I actually never played the Game Boy Tower either, because I couldn't figure out how to work it as a kid. But anyway, the question of the day, since I forgot to do that last episode. What is your favorite Pokemon Stadium minigame, and why? Mine, even today, is Rock Harden, because there's no time limit or anything, and it just goes on as long as you can keep your reactions without it being stupid like Snore War, which I just hated as a kid. So what do you guys think? Explain to me what your favorite is and why. And anyway, thanks for watching, and shoutouts guys, if you haven't checked it out yet, we have a subreddit now that some viewers made, so thank you guys for making that, and also the Discord. All that stuff is in the description if you guys ever want to check it out. It's literally in every video's description. And I love seeing new content posted in both, especially the subreddit, because I might actually start making videos with that later if it gets like a ton of content. I don't know. But thanks guys. Thank you for all your support guys, and I'll see you guys next time.